Nice day.
Yes.
Yesterday my DMs, I had a question, of a lady, and she's kind of reeling all of these things, and then the question finally is, shall I marry him? I'm like, honey, there's some questions nobody gets to
Yes.
answer for you.
Yes.
No one.
Yeah.
Who you marry, that has to be on you 100%. Like, that has to be on you. Hey there, Swan. Have you ever considered that it wasn't you who found this channel, but rather this channel found you? The video you're watching didn't simply happen to you, and you didn't just randomly choose to watch it. I believe you're meant to be here right now because you are a black swan, even if you don't realize it yet. You see, the teacher appears when the student is ready. And my dear, I believe you're ready, but are you willing to embrace the rare and exquisite existence? If your answer is yes, and only if it's yes, I invite you to click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and like this video. Let the journey begin. And this is the same question.
Yeah.
Who you move in
Yeah.
with, who you love. I can tell you, I've had clients where I have been like, I don't like your partner. I would never tell them that.
Yeah.
Because I don't get to choose that. And even when we do the work, can you still choose that person? The only thing I'm going to do is tell you the cost of loving that person.
Yes.
I'm going to say to you, look, if you choose, as you have chosen guy A, be prepared to spend the next 10 years of your life negotiating this point, negotiating that point, negotiating that point, fighting about this, negotiating this. If you have the patience, if you're prepared to learn, if you're prepared to get the support, that's going to work. But this is the cost. That's as far as I go. And I think, as coaches and people can believe that our job is to make decisions for people.
Yeah.
We're not therapists, so we don't have a hands-off, you figure it out along the way as you talk. That's kind of talk therapy is more about the person eventually finding the answers from within themselves. Therapy is about regulation and balance, like I always say. And we need a place for that. We need a place to unravel, to speak. Coaching is very different. Coaching is more directive, more goal orientated. We can give you a lot of very straightforward advice, but I draw the line at who you marry.
Yes. Who you
Right.
live in with.
Who I don't care. Should I marry him? That's not even for me to ask. However, what I can do is give you access to yourself to get greater clarity about that.
Yes.
And sometimes we're asking the wrong questions. Should I move in with him? That's the wrong question.
Yes.
The right question is, what is stopping me from moving in with him?
And why have I waited so long?
And why have I waited so long?
Yeah, because
I said to a client of mine yesterday, she's in between and betwixt, and she's kind of trying to, should I be with this guy? Shouldn't I be? There's a lot of that going on lately, a lot of uncertainty. And I said to her, look, if you leave him, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because you're going to be starting over. You're going to be going on a million dates and wanting to cry in your soup. If you stay, it's going to be hard. But we have to ask ourselves this particular question. And it's two questions. What is the pain I'm avoiding? And what is the fear I'm avoiding? What is the fear I'm afraid to confront? Because whenever we get to a place of indecision in life, it's not really that we don't know what to do. It's there's something I'm afraid will happen. Face it. Take a piece of paper and write down your greatest fears. If I go left, these are my fears. If I go right, these are my fears. And what pain am I avoiding? The pain of loneliness, the pain of, starting, whatever the pain is. Because human beings flee pain.
Yes.
And we avoid the things that make us afraid.
Yes.
But what we don't understand is that pain is our greatest teacher.
Yes.
That pain is an opportunity, and our fears are the doorway to our future. Whatever you fear, the day you confront it, you enter into your future.
Yes.
David did not fear the giant, but the fact that maybe he did, he was afraid. He faced the fear, and that brought him into his future. Anyone in life who's ever progressed to any level of success has walked through the door of their fears. You're never ever going to know any level of success unless you overcome your fears.
Yeah.
You know, when you started working here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, I would have had to drug your coffee for you to sit down and be in front of a camera. You know, I remember Coach Yvonne was like, sit next to me, you know.
Yeah. My first session, I kept on rocking.
Yeah, you were like, yes, because, you know. And I remember thinking, geez, don't have a heart attack on me, love. You know?
I think I didn't breathe for a week.
And I don't know anyone who attains greatness without walking through the door. Your future is always hidden behind your fears.
Yeah.
We have to fight our demons. And so I said to my client yesterday, I said, when you are ready to face your fears, whatever that is, I want you to go away and think about that. And we're going to talk about that, you know, when you come back. You know, I want you to go and think about that and sit with that and tell me, what are you most afraid of? Are you afraid that if I don't marry him, I'm going to be left on the shelf? We need to face that. We can't run away from that, because we don't ask that question today. We're going to ask it in the marriage.
Yes.
When 3 kids are on the line.
Yes.
That's too late to ask that question, because you don't get to not pay the piper.
Unfortunately.
Right? You don't avoid not paying the piper. You know, I was saying to a male client the other day, you know, he did a discovery call, and he wanted to, you know, to figure out why he can't seem to really get love. And I told him what he needed to do, and I could tell he was resistant to the process. And I said to him, look, I honestly am not invested in the outcome here. You know, but what I will tell you is that, Houston, we have a problem. It's a bit like cancer. If you catch it quick enough, we can operate. It's still going to suck. You might still have to have radiation or whatever it is, but your chances of survival are pretty high. And I said to him, or we leave it because it's too inconvenient to face the facts. You marry someone, and 10 years from now, you're getting divorced. And it's the thing you didn't deal with when you had an opportunity to do it. And I think that a lot of us, because we're so afraid to face our fears, because we have a bad relationship with pain. If you're ever going to be successful in relationships, you must develop a healthy relationship with pain. You must develop a healthy relationship with rejection.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
You must develop a healthy relationship with conflict. You must develop a healthy relationship with boredom. You know, there are some things that if you're going to succeed in relationships, they're yucky feelings. But you must develop a relationship with them. You must be able to sit with your fears, know exactly what they are, and go anyway. You must be able to sit with, you must be able to see conflict in your relationship arising and not run from it. And see it for what it is and say, okay, this conflict is introducing the next level of our relationship. Then have you ever felt like there's something bigger waiting for you out there? Are you tired of feeling trapped behind a job you hate, longing for meaning in your life? If you find yourself constantly drawn into the world of relationships, offering advice and guidance to those around you, then listen up. I've got good news for you. You are the perfect candidate for our Black Swan Relationship Coaching Certification. Join our mission to teach 1 billion women, and now men, how to build healthy, fulfilling love lives. And the best part, you don't have to do it alone. When God gave me this assignment, I knew I couldn't do it alone. That's where you come in. We need 1 million coaches, and it starts with you enrolling in our Black Swan Professional Relationship Coaching course. In this course, you will learn everything about relationship coaching using our signature Soulmate Attraction System course. That's responsible for countless transformations at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, and will guide you on how to set up your practice, providing support every step of the way. So if you're ready to make a difference, join us, enroll in our Black Swan Professional Relationship Coaching today, and let's fulfill this great commission together. Visit our website or click the link around this video to learn more. Don't wait any longer to pursue your passion and impact lives through the upgrade to our relationship. I love conflict in relationships, the amazing opportunities for growth and love. When you see that old couple sitting on the park holding hands, old and in love, they were champions at handling conflict, not at falling in love.
Yes.
People think that manifestation is as a result of deep love for it. They just loved. It was about loyalty. It was, all of these things are necessary, but you don't deepen the relationship and give it deeper meaning. Because you see, at the end of the road, marriage is mainly boring, especially if it's healthy. Yeah. The healthiest marriages are so boring, yes. Because there's that predictability, there's all of that going on. And boring is good. That's why I'm saying you have to have a good relationship with boring. You can't, if you are bored and you start getting up to no good, whether it's a day and you start, violating yourself and others because you're bored, you can't be married. You can't be in a relationship. Boredom is something you have to create a relationship with. You have to, see boredom and allow yourself to be bored and do something productive or not. But you can't run away from it because boredom is definitely part of a relationship spectrum. In fact, many divorces are out of boredom. People's inability to manage and have a relationship with boredom. That's where a lot of affairs come from. Boredom. Because you never learned how to be bored. It's a skill. Yeah. Be bored, and still honor yourself. Learn how to manage the emotion and the feeling of boredom in your body, because it's a state of the nervous system that's calm. Yes. Boredom is an indication that your nervous system is calm. And so our lives are so full of chaos that we don't even know what to do with that. So I really believe that, we need to develop these kind of unhealthy relationships. And so once we help you to develop a healthy relationship with your shadow, with the parts of yourself, with the shame, with the guilt, with the fear, you are better able to make these life decisions, because this decision is a very easy decision. Yes. Yeah. But you're entangled in your inability to navigate your personal emotions and your fears. Your fears have you, right? You don't have fears. Yes. See, powerful people have fears. Their fears don't have them. People who like power are overcome by their fears. People who like power are overcome by pain. When you go to the gym, you want to be fit, you want to build some muscle, you better lift heavy. Yes. If you don't want to lift heavy, you are going to have a podgy tummy. Yes. Or you're going to have a body that has less muscle, whatever the story is. So therefore, in order for me to develop and create a body that will last, that is strong, I must have a healthy relationship with the pain that comes with lifting. Yes. I've been lifting for 2 years and nothing is painful. I'm not even going to lie. It burns. I think I spent most of the time walking around my PT going, oh, that's sore. Like, but I've learned to develop a relationship with the burn. When my body starts to burn, I know I am unlocking the next level. Yeah. And when you do that, you will find that decisions are easy. Same way emotionally. If you are prepared to sit with your fears, but not let them have you. You can have fears, you're human, but don't let them have you. Then these decisions, who should I marry, who should I marry? Yes. They're pretty simple.
Very much so. Yeah. And I think the last point is that, when you're talking about pain and have a relationship with it, because pain is the body's way of telling us, Houston, we have a problem.
That's right.
Something is wrong.
Yes.
And so if you don't, be at one with it, you're gonna, when you go to the doctor, he'll say, but had you come sooner, we would have been able to do. And it's the same thing with relationships. When you're in the relationship and you know something is wrong. And this young lady, I think you said earlier, she knows what she needs to do. She genuinely does.
We all do.
But it's a case of, I want you to tell me.
Yes.
And if you tell me, then the responsibility of it is not me. It's you.
The experts told me to leave.
You told me to leave him. Or you said, no, move in with him. And now he's a monster.
Yes.
And it's your fault because
Yes.
I don't want to make that responsibility.
Yes.
I have the responsibility
Yes.
of this. I want to foster it on you.
Yes.
And because you say you're the expert, so you tell me what I must do and then I'll do it.
Yes.
And then we go skipping off down the road and Chengi says I must do.
Exactly.
And, you know, we feel at peace because you
Yes.
told us what to do. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, somebody's going to not tell you what to do.
Yeah.
And then what happens then?
Exactly.
You know, so.
Because, you know, here's the thing. You're going to have the pain of making the decision and doing
Yes.
the work, or you're going to have the pain that comes from making the wrong decision.
Yes.
Right? I just believe that pain, suffering, fear, big monsters under the bed, they don't get to go away. But our ability to coexist,
Yes.
to have mastery over them, accept their presence in our lives, is what makes us mature.
Yes. And it's nothing to do with age.
No. The immature in life don't want any struggle.
Yes.
You know, the immature don't want to have conflict in relationships. It's not love unless we're just walking down in the
Yes.
park and
Yes.
screaming and,
Yeah.
you know, it's not real. If my partner has a completely different opinion from mine,
Yes.
you know,
That's okay.
it's immature.
Yes.
And that's why I always say to people, relationships are for the mature. Sex is for everybody. Go have sex if sex is what you want, go have sex. But if you're saying, I want a relationship,
Yeah.
then you are stepping up to maturity.
Yeah.
And maturity, as we all know, when we were kids, there were no repercussions. We could climb on the sofa, break things. You know, my son was breaking the radiator, jumping on it, right? But when you get older, you don't get to do that.
Yes.
You get to put childish ways behind you. You get to understand that adulting is waking up to go to a job you don't like every single day so you can eat.
Yes.
Right? You understand that I don't get to do what I want all the time.
Yeah.
And you get to regulate yourself. So, you know, if you do not want to, kind of navigate the darkness of life, then you suddenly have no business looking for a partner.
Very much so.
And please don't waste anybody else's time in the process.
Yes.
And I don't mean that in a scolding way, but in a general way, that let's sow the seed that we want to harvest for.
Yes.
If you are going to waste people's time in ambiguity, you're going to meet it over there, because you're going to meet that guy that you really, 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 really want, and he's going to be ambiguous with you.
Yes.
Then he's going to drag you for 4 years, because guess what? God will not be mocked. Whatever a man sows, that also shall he reap.
Yeah.
So, and some people will say karma.
Yes.
What goes around comes around. So we have to navigate relationships with the understanding that they will mirror back everything we've ever done to other people.
Very much so.
And it won't be nice.
And it genuinely isn't. And this is why, we're charged to be careful how we treat people.
That's right.
Because you'll never know who you're going to meet tomorrow.
That's right.
You know, so these are very important lessons
Indeed.
for us to learn.
Absolutely.
And on that note,
I think we're done with this one this week. We just got one question for you, and we will be back, I'm sure, with more. But we want to hear from you. We want to make sure that we are having conversations here on this channel that are going to serve you, mature you, grow you, and ultimately create healthy relationships. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. But in the meantime, take care of you and other people. Love you lots. Bye-bye now.
bye everyone.
And I have some incredibly exciting news. I'm going to be giving away 3 exclusive products, absolutely free, each designed to help bring your dream partner into your life. If you sign up to the email list, you'll receive 6 emails over 6 days, and tucked within 3 of these emails will be your special gifts. It's all just a click away. So press the link, sign up, and let's embark on this journey together. And remember, above all, you are loved.